All right, so for part A, we're looking at a side length of 12 for the equilateral triangle. So if it's equilateral, we know if one side's 12, they're all 12. So I'm going to go ahead and label all of those. And I also know that since it's equilateral, they all have to add up to 180 and all the angles are the same, so each angle is 60. So to figure out the area of a triangle, I use the formula 1/2 the base of the triangle times the height of the triangle. So I have that the base is 12, so that's good. I can go ahead and fill that part in there. What I have to find is the height of my triangle. So if I drop that altitude, which means it's a right angle right there, I'm left with a 30, 60, 90 triangle. Which means I can use my special right triangle. So if this is my hypotenuse, I know that my short leg is half of it, which also makes sense. It splits this into 6 and 6. And then the long leg across from the 60 is going to be the short leg times radical 3. So for my height, I'm going to fill in that 6 radical 3. So when I multiply that all out, half of 12 is 6. 6 times 6 is 36. So that's how I'm getting my answer of 36 radical 3. For this one, everything's in centimeters, so area would be centimeters squared. All right, part B, so all of these are equilateral triangles. For part B, they give us the height, so we're working backwards from the height this time. So same formula, that 1/2 base times height. So this time I need to work backwards to find my base. So if my height, again, this is a 30, 60, 90 here. This would be my long leg. So to get to the short leg, I'd divide by radical 3, which would make this 4. And my hypotenuse 8. And again, if this is 4, this is also 4. This is equilateral, so they have to be the same. So here I know my base is 8. My height is 4 radical 3. And when I multiply that out, I get half of 8 is 4. 4 times 4 is 16. That's how I'm getting that 16 radical 3. This one doesn't give me units. It just says units, so my area would be in units squared. All right, part C, they tell us the perimeter is 10. So since it's equilateral, I know all the sides are the same. Unfortunately, 3 doesn't go into 10 nicely, so I'm going to have to work with fractions. The decimal repeats, so I wouldn't work with decimals here. And I could go to mixed numbers, but they're not very nice to work with either. So here we're just stuck working with some fractions. That's the way it is. All right, so same formula, 1/2 base times height. So the base in this case is the 10/3, so I'm going to plug that in there. The height. So again, I've got that 30, 60, 90. If it's equilateral, I've always got that 60-degree angle there. So I'm going to split this in half. So I'm going to erase my 10/3 and turn it into 5/3 and 5/3. So this is my short leg. The height would be my long leg. So I'm going to take that 5/3 and times it by radical 3. Again, not pretty with the fractions, but doesn't change the process. Just looks a little messier when we get there. Let's see, can I do this without a calculator? I'm gonna try. So fractions to multiply, I just go straight across. So on the top I would get 50, on the bottom I would get 9 times 2 would be 18. Let's see, 2 goes into both of those, so I would get 25 over 9 times radical 3. Which is what the answer is, so I did do all right. And you can always pick up a calculator, you don't have to do that in your head, but there's the process for number 1, A, B, and C.